Alone, submitted by Woody Adams on July 18th, 2023, for a show produced by Netflix. About me. In the interest of time, as production dates for this October 2023 season of Alone may be encroaching more rapidly than water on a bent river, I'll be brief. Frankly, I've done a lot in life that hasn't amounted to more than repeated diagnoses of various degrees. The first time that I spent a month in a psychiatric ward, I wrote a poem with charcoal and newsprint that I had earned the privilege of using. I'm not sure that I'll be able to recite it perfectly now, or ever, maybe, so I won't bore you with my pronounced capacity for absolute perfection in recalling facts. It went something like this. It has something to do with her chestnut eyes and the light shining through her window when the dawn crested Brooklyn Heights. You find that chef, she'd be the one to have it. I took that piece from there and had it framed professionally. I may have drawn something on there too. So Keenan told me about this show Alone, where they let you live by yourself for 100 days and they don't give you shit and they leave you the fuck alone. I want to do that. 100 Days of Solitude is a book written by Gabriel Marquez with another name too, but I forget. My first name isn't Woody, and Adams is not the complete of my last. Only the banks and the lenders know me by my full legal name. All my friends call me Woody. From what I hear, now, I haven't seen the show Alone yet. As Kenny described, what he had watched on Netflix, he told me the scope of it. So the folks who apply for this 100 Days of Solitude are left alone in the wilderness with nothing and nobody. People gotta stay alive and alone for 100 days. Yes, that's what I'm into. This is a complete release of all that needs to be released for life to go on. And I'm into this. Keenan told me that they let you bring 10 items with you, including exactly one photograph. Cool. So I'd grab a good knife with a firm axe on its handle, some rope. Yeah, I'm gonna have to think on the other 7, but for the photo I done already thought about it. This project differs from productions in the like of Survivor and that there's no engagement with humans. How fucking lovely would that be? My heart swells with exuberance now as I long for the sultry of solitude. Because survival without compromise requires cooperation more than anything else. I'd also bring a book of facts. I'll need to figure on that one for a minute or more. But they got libraries in every place I ever rested eyes more than a month. I learned to play poker by reading the books by the legends, taken out and returned weekly to the New York City Public Library. When I was in Los Angeles, I read more deeply into game theory and chess at the LAPL. That library is a masterpiece. The escalator between mezzanine and the first floor is sheltered by an abundant and all-gasping chandelier. The reference desk is nice, and when you go there regularly, they help you more quickly. I touched base with the reference library to figure on the best book of facts to take with me. I had asked Colonel Raymond. That fella was a right one to know and a one to know right. God bless him. He'd let us use an 11 by 14 sheet of paper, both sides blank to start, and the cadets in his class could fill it up with their own handwriting, front and back, anything and everything you'd want to know during the exams. The ultimate cheat sheet. It was brilliant. Yeah, for my photograph. I learned chemistry in brief order, maybe 6 months. Beyond that, I applied what I had previously learned. Geometry and trigonometry suddenly became practical beyond the art. Yeah, for my photograph, I would simply ask for a transparency to be framed. Nothing too nice. A wooden frame made by hand by a person I have not ever met. Soft edges and corners that fit without bracings. An 8 by 11. The transparency ought not be glass that can shatter with ease, but it ought not be unbreakable either. And some charcoal. I'll take the biggest bag of charcoal they'll allow. None with flame starter. You don't want no unnecessary oils going onto your food. Big ass bag of that natural. and a shovel of some sort. I'm gonna have to figure on a few more items because even the shovel is beginning to feel sort of like I'll bring a violin of some sort. A hardy little fucker that can sing through and through. I suppose the bow will come with that as included with one item, now wouldn't it? So then I can teach myself to fiddle in the quiet of the woods, with only framed glass to let my own reality never be more than now. Memories and dreams have been the haunt of mankind. The framed glass will keep me present. There is no past, as there is no future. The experience of living alone in the wilderness for 100 days will be a true test of humankind. My friend told me that if he were to do it the first day, he'd find a bear and kill it so he could have food for 90 days. I immediately rejected his idea, but instead of saying so, I engaged his idea by asking quite quickly about where he was going to store all the meat on that very first day. To me, sacrificing the largest mammal in the society to which you have committed to live for 100 days is in-fucking-sane. Disturbing the sequence of life is exactly what has led humans to the darkness that has become us. A sack of seeds. My strategy for nutrition will be nomadic and diplomatic. I'm only there for 100 days, so setting up like a cornfield would be right. Well, come to think of it, if I were to put another thing on my list, I'd ask for a few sacks of seeds. If I'm going to be the only human in this barren woodland for this period of time, well then I'll plant some good eats for me and whomever comes next. I'll plant some corn because that shit grows quick, and they got different kinds of corn at lots of latitudes. Some kind of wheat that has some sturdiness to it and grows back quick. Some sunflower seeds, please. Gotta build some natural shade. Oh, you might think, hey, Woodman, those flowers and all ain't gonna grow in the dead of winter, and you'd be right about that. You see, if it takes a TV show to teach humans that we're only a part of this world, and we're all a part of it, then please, it would be my great privilege. I plant the seeds in winter and they'll sprout and spread when the sun comes through. Won't the birds and the squirrels and the otters and the bears all be enlightened by the birth of life one human can bring? My existence in their environment is temporary, and theirs is generational beyond my understanding. To sacrifice any life for the sustenance of another is a painful and ought be figured on a way not to do it. By planting seeds of stuff that will grow on its own over and over again in the barren climate will do wonders for the life in the land. Bring value to be valued. A good sack of seeds is on my list of 10. That's 5 out of 10 if precision ain't highly regarded. Oh yeah, this ring on my right fourth finger comes with me. And only with me.